Taking a look at Bitcoin on the live stream. So this isn't going to be one of my 10-minute videos on Bitcoin. So basically, we already talked about this in the last BTC video. The more we came back up here and got stuck at 91.3, the more bearish it got, in my opinion. We did get rejected from this price, and clearly now we are coming back down to retest this low. Now we could be forming some sort of bear flag right now, so it doesn't necessarily have to drop to zero. We could go up one more time, hopefully hit 95,000 at that point, and then see some sort of recovery on altcoins, and then maybe bear market starts. But the other aspect to this is we could just fall off the table and go straight down to 70,000, which would be the next macro support. Now, taking a look at the Gaussian, it's pronounced Gaussian, channel on the weekly. I mean, there's nothing bullish about this. I mean, I really do think we are right now in December of 2020. We are in the channel, and we're chopping around right now, and we're about to break below it. And it does take a week or so once we do get below this. Once we get below this channel to start printing red. So, you know, if we don't get some sort of miraculous bounce from this channel and from support at 83.6, then I do think that the following weeks will be the nail in the coffin, and you know, we'll start printing red on this, and $70,335 support around that area would be the next leg down. Now, saying that, we are getting to extremely oversold, almost extremely oversold territory on the RSI and the moving average. So historically speaking, for Bitcoin, these are times that have marked a bottom. So last time it was June of 2022. We did come down and made a lower low on the price, but made a higher low on the RSI, which is a bullish divergence. And then that's all Bitcoin rode. We rode it all the way to 124,000. Time before was similar. December of 2018, we bottomed. That was it. We never came back down to retest these areas. And the time before that was January 2015. We came down. Same here. Came down, made a lower low as far as price, but made a higher low on the RSI, bullish divergence. We never came back down to these prices. So in theory, we could be bottoming soon within the next couple of months, or I don't really want to put a time frame on it, but we could be bottoming sometime soon, and from there we'll just have to see, okay, well, are we going to create some sort of bullish divergence, or are we just going to break up on out of here? And at that point we'll determine what the price is. We'll see what the price is and see, okay, well, we're probably never going to come back to these levels, but in my opinion, we're not there yet, so we're just waiting for that move down still. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support. Damn, that was a pretty good clip. That was a pretty good clip. Let's read the chat. Silver Days, welcome. Yeah, no, it's pretty slow, man. I couldn't live stream yesterday, unfortunately. I tried to find time, but I couldn't. So let's go. Smash a like and subscribe. Yes, please help me get to 1 million subscribers by the next 2 weeks. That'd be sick. You know, I really want them to make the meta glasses. So I really want them to make the meta glasses, but for Google. So Google really, like Google for YouTubers especially, I really wish that they come out with like YouTube glasses, because then I could start live streaming, like walking around and doing some personal stuff. Not obviously everything, but like, let's just say going to play some cards or just hanging out and stuff, and just, you know, people could come by, people could not come by. But I think that's the next step in the next growth in terms of like me and like trying to be a crypto influencer, or just like, you know, quote unquote influencer in general. That's the next step. Like you see a lot of these big influencers and streamers, They just do the dumbest things and they go live. I'm not going to be doing anything stupid, but that's how you get growth. People just start watching you no matter what you do. You know what I mean? So uh, I'm just waiting for YouTube to bring out those glasses so that I could start, doing that kind of stuff elsewhere. Like, oh, I'm gonna go play some Commander, or I'm gonna go play Pokemon, or oh, I'm gonna go open up some packs, or you know, just stupid stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go gamble, but not really because I'm not on a cruise. But if I go on a cruise, I gotta, oh, hey, I'm gonna live stream, and I'm gonna live stream like doing $1 bets on Wheel of Fortune or whatever. Things like that. Just things where people could come by and hang out and watch. But unfortunately, they don't have that with YouTube yet. So I'm really hoping Google, because Google owns YouTube, brings that out so that it could compete with Instagram and, Instagram and, everyone else. Londo says, I said because of the November job reports tomorrow, Japan interest rate decision, etc. BTC more likely dump again. Thanks, boss. Oh, wow. You're bearish. So am I, man. We're both bearish. I don't know if that's necessarily going to have a direct correlation with it. It might. But I think we're just bearish regardless. I think the indicators are showing one thing. I think that the price action's showing one thing. I think, when has that chart ever looked bullish? When has that ever been bullish? Ari, welcome to the live stream. Welcome. How's your Moonwell? I know you have Moonwell. See, I try to remember all my members' coins. Moonwell. Yeah, Moonwell is... Damn. The heck? Oh, yeah. We still have support here at 206. That's what that was. And then we have resistance at 1 cent 40 to 2 cents. So nothing's actually happened with Moonwell. You have a lot of resistance on the way up because you're retesting macro support at 1 cent 18, and then you have short-term resistance at 1 cent 40 to 2 cents, around 2 cents. So you have a lot of resistance. And keep in mind, all of those data points also coincide with, where is it? With this downtrend. So you might get all excited. Oh my God, we're finally going up. But you can see you're actually hitting this downtrend. You're making a lower high, and you're probably at that point going to get stuck, come back down. So I'm sorry to be bearish, but on the upside, once you do break this, then you're invalidating this downtrend, and then you can start looking at these really big moves up that you've seen Moonwell do. Okay, so it's not all bearish. True, I agree, man. Yeah, we're in the same boat. I refuse to look at my portfolio. I'm just staking it. Yeah, that's right. You're staking it. My bad. I didn't mean to show you. Sorry. My bad. How's Elon doing? Do I even want to see? Bro, should I just take my $5,300 out? Or should I just let it go to zero? Nah, I'll keep it. Taking a look at Dogelon Mars on the live stream. I just like saying, taking a look at Dogelon Mars. Anyway, there's no reason why I'm making a video. It's obviously very, very, very bearish. If we break this low, I do think we're going to go back down to 704, land somewhere around there, which would be absolutely insane given that, how low the price went. I wish I had just got into crypto and started buying Dogelon Mars. I mean, I guess we would all hope that, right? So, yeah, I mean, nothing's bullish with Dogelon Mars as long as we've established a floor here. Resistance is still at 6 euros 12 to 6 euros 22. But what that means is we can still get a reversal and a relief rally that takes us in this box. However, we could get stuck and come back down and even make a lower low. You'd still be validating this downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. But once this thing breaks, once this area breaks, given that we've bottomed and don't break down to 704, then we could start looking at the targets on the upside, and we'd say, hey, Dogelon Mars to Mars, and that's when everyone's going to start making videos on Dogelon Mars. But I wanted to forerun that. I wanted to make a Dogelon Mars video when the price is all the way at the low, so people don't think that I'm only making Dogelon Mars content when we're up 50x from here. Anyways, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support.